Picture yourself standing on the surface of the moon, looking out at the vast, sprawling expanse that surrounds you. Now imagine a self-sustaining city on the moon, built by the world's two leading space agencies, NASA and SpaceX. Well, it's not just a dream anymore. That's the reality of the biggest moon base by NASA and SpaceX. In today's video, as we journey to the moon base and bear witness to the incredible strides made by NASA and SpaceX in space exploration, the possibilities are endless and the future is bright. The moon has always fascinated mankind with its stunning beauty and mysteries. Its base is the perfect platform to launch deep space missions and explore further than ever before. NASA's and SpaceX's latest feat has taken them to new heights, literally. The biggest moon base they have ever created is set to revolutionize space exploration as we know it. With every step, NASA is paving the way to a better understanding of our universe, and the moon base is no exception. With a few partner space agencies and commercial businesses providing support along the road, NASA is mostly in charge of the Artemis program. SpaceX, on the other hand, is in charge of delivering the Lunar Starship spacecraft, which will enable manned landings on the moon for the first time in more than 50 years. The Artemis program, like everything else in the space travel industry, is always changing. New factors are taken into account and mission plans are rewritten or changed. Well, our main topic of discussion today is how NASA and SpaceX plan to send people back to the moon. So stay with me as we journey deeper. Maybe I'm the first to tell you that NASA and SpaceX are working together on a major project to launch astronauts to the International Space Station as part of NASA's Commercial Crew program. Yes, you heard me right. According to reports, the objective of the program is to provide reliable, safe, and affordable access to space for United States astronauts. This undertaking aims to reduce United States' reliance on Russian transportation to and from the International Space Station, and to stimulate private sector investment in the American space industry. It is a significant leap towards furthering human space exploration and could potentially pave the way for future missions to the moon and other celestial bodies. In the grand scheme of the Artemis program, SpaceX is effectively just a NASA subcontractor, but they are also in charge of delivering the Lunar Starship, which is the largest, most potent, and possibly most significant component of the entire moon landing mission. A crucial component of the NASA equation is missing: the human landing system. They have the Orion spacecraft, which can sustain a crew of 4 on a mission around the moon and return them safely home, and the SLS launcher, which provides the muscle to get into lunar orbit. However, none of the vehicles in their fleet are capable of lifting the crew from Orion to the surface and vice versa. So back in the early days of the Apollo program, they outsourced that work to the private sector. NASA was able to use the same rocket that launched their command module to carry a tiny lunar lander. The landing craft was hidden beneath the service module in the Saturn's cargo fairing. The capsule and service module separated and flew a short distance together after the rocket's upper stage coasted into orbit. They then circled back to allow the command module's nose to rendezvous with the lunar module. The lander would then be extracted from the rocket's upper stage by the service module thrusters after they were linked, and the group would go to the moon as a whole. Furthermore, as automation was not yet available in the 1960s, the pilot had to execute the entire maneuver by hand. When considering the entire system, the current Artemis program simply cannot be implemented. To start with, the lift capacity of the SLS is lower than that of the previous Saturn V. 43 metric tons may be sent to the moon by the Apollo-era rocket. The Orion capsule and service module can be sent using SLS's maximum payload of 27 tons, but not much more. Therefore, SLS has a lesser weight capacity but a greater thrust during liftoff than Saturn V. You may be curious about the significance of that, right? We will revisit this topic shortly. But just remember that NASA no longer wants to merely scrape by with a tiny stowaway moon lander of any kind. So, establishing a robust and long-lasting human presence on the moon is the main goal of Artemis. We need the study landing vehicle to make it possible. Here is another belief regarding this project. The Artemis project promises to revolutionize our understanding of the moon and our place in the cosmos. We see a series of images of a massive structure on the moon's surface. It looks like a cross between a giant spaceship and a skyscraper. Solar panels and antennas are sticking out of it, and strange vehicles moving back and forth. At its peak, this moon base will house thousands of astronauts, scientists, and engineers who will conduct groundbreaking research and develop new technologies that could change the course of human history. But what exactly is the moon base, and why is it such a big deal? You don't want to miss this one. First, let's talk about the scale of this project. The moon base is over 100 square meters in size with multiple levels and compartments. It's equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories, living quarters, recreation areas, and even a greenhouse where astronauts can grow their own foods. Can you imagine that? But the most impressive aspect of the moon base is its technology. The base is powered by a combination of solar panels, nuclear reactors, and geothermal energy, making it completely self-sufficient. It also has advanced air and water filtration systems, which ensure that the astronauts have a steady supply of breathable air and clean water. The primary goal of the moon base is to conduct scientific research that will help us understand the moon's geology, chemistry, and biology. This information can be vital in developing new technologies and exploring the deeper reaches of space. One of the scientists, a woman in her mid-30s, stated, "We're studying the moon's craters and mountains, trying to figure out how they were formed and what they can tell us about the moon's history. We're also looking for signs of water, which could be used to sustain future human colonies on the moon." In addition to scientific research, the moon base is also driving the development of new technologies with key players, just to highlight but a few includes. The project manager. This individual is responsible for overseeing the construction project and ensuring that it meets all its goals and objectives. The architects. They are responsible for designing the layout and infrastructure of the moon base, as well as ensuring that all systems are optimized for the harsh lunar environment. The engineers. These teams of mechanical, electrical, and structural engineers are required to design and build the various systems required for the moon base, such as life support, power generation and storage, and communication systems. The astronauts. These are a team of astronauts who are required to live and work on the moon base, performing various scientific tasks such as collecting samples, conducting experiments, and maintaining the base's systems. The scientists. A team of researchers from various fields such as astronomy, geology, biology, would be involved in conducting experiments on the lunar surface and analyzing data collected by the astronauts. The engineers here are experimenting with 3D printing, robotics, and other cutting-edge techniques that could revolutionize space exploration. One of the engineers, a man in his 40s, stated, "We're working on a new kind of rover that can explore the moon's rocky terrain and collect samples without the need for human intervention. We're also developing new ways to extract resources from the moon, such as helium-3 for nuclear fuel." You will agree with me that living on the moon isn't all work and no play. But guess what? This project seems amazingly different. It is astounding to know that the astronauts involved in this project will have access to a variety of recreational activities, such as virtual reality simulations, sports, and movies. They also have plenty of opportunities to interact with each other and build a community. Sounds more like a holiday trip, right? Another astronaut, a man in his 30s, stated, "Living on the moon is incredible. It's like being in a completely different world. And the best part is that we're all working towards a common goal, exploring the universe and expanding humanity's reach. It's a privilege to be a part of this project." So, what is the potential impact of the moon base on humanity's future? Well, there are several ways this project could change the course of history. First, the moon base could help us understand the universe better. By studying the moon's geology, we can gain insight into the formation and evolution of the solar system. This information can be used to develop theories about the origins of life and the universe itself. Second, the moon base could pave the way for human colonies on other planets. By learning how to sustain life on the moon, we can develop the technologies and techniques needed to colonize Mars and beyond. This could be vital in ensuring the survival of the human species in the long term. Third, the moon base could have a major impact on the economy and industry. The technologies developed here could be used to create new products and services, generating jobs and revenue. They could also be used to create new industries, such as space mining and tourism. Imagine a future where you can take a vacation to the moon, stay at a luxury hotel, and explore the moon's surface with your family. It may sound like science fiction, but it could become a reality sooner than you think. As you can see, the moon base has the potential to change the course of human history. It's an ambitious and exciting project, one that could inspire generations to come. We can't wait to see what the future holds for the moon base and for humanity's exploration of the cosmos. So let's stand together and embrace this incredible challenge. Together, we can reach for the stars and change the course of history. The biggest moon base by NASA and SpaceX is just the beginning. With advancements in technology and our unwavering spirit of exploration, who knows what the future holds? Perhaps we will witness the colonization of other planets, or even discover new forms of life in the vastness of space. But no matter what the future holds, one thing is certain: the human desire to explore and discover will never cease. So let's keep dreaming big, and let's continue to inspire the next generation of space explorers to carry on this epic journey. Together, we can make the impossible. If you find value in the content we provide in this channel, please leave a comment down below. Also drop a comment regarding your thoughts on this moon base. In addition, if the moon base project is successful, how do you think it will affect tourism in the world? To get the latest updates, kindly hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.